Okay. So start by feeling how you lie on your back, how you contact the floor, how the floor makes contact with you. Do you feel like you are touching the floor or the floor is touching you? And does it make any difference? Thinking one way or the other? Feel how your pelvis lies on the ground. Maybe there's one side making more contact, being heavier, or maybe softer. And feel your legs. Is there a difference between how the two legs lie on the floor? Maybe somehow connected to how your pelvis was on the floor? Maybe the foot that is a bit more open, the leg that is a bit more soft, is the one on the side of the pelvis that was touching more, being softer? Maybe not. Feel how your upper chest, your shoulders lie on the ground. And again, you can wonder about differences between one side and the other, one shoulder making more contact, one side having more ribs. And does it match the pelvis side that was making more contact? Or maybe it's the opposite. It's a contra connection. And now feel the length of your right side. How long is that part of you going from the right hip to the right shoulder? How much of you can feel there? Bones, muscles. And feel the length of your left side. Is that distance shorter? Longer? Gently slide your arms up above your head on the floor. Find a nice position, somewhere in between, out to the sides on the same line of your shoulders and close to the head. You can also slide them a little bit as if you were drawing an angel in the sand or in the snow. You slide your arms up and down. Feel how your shoulders move, allowing the arms to slide. And then stop in a position that can be comfortable, that you can sustain. You somewhat take the shape of an X. Your palms are facing the ceiling. The backs of your hands are somewhere touching the floor. And feel your breathing. Feel where you breathe more, chest, belly, which directions are more available. Forward towards the ceiling. You also breathe to the sides, maybe backwards towards the floor. From this position, start lengthening your right leg. Whether you have legs or not, it doesn't matter. It's not the leg itself changing its size. How can you lengthen the right leg? What do you do to make it longer? How does your pelvis move? How is the length of your two sides changing? Every time you lengthen the leg and shorten it back to the starting point, Stop for a moment. And next time you try the same movement, think that you want to push something a little bit away from you. You can think of your foot, you can think of the bottom part of the right side of your pelvis, moving something maybe 1 centimeter away from you and let go. And while you continue doing the same movement, think instead that someone is pulling you gently from the foot or from the side of the pelvis. Does it change the idea you have of the movement? Does it change the movement itself? What happens in the rest of you? We mentioned the leg, the pelvis, the sides. Can you feel something else, anything else happening? Let go. Slide your arms down. Take a short rest. In Feldenkrais, rests don't come because we're tired, fatigued, because we need to recuperate our breathing. Rests are given more for your attention, to refresh, to register differences. Go back to the X shape, your arms up, long but not stiff, palms up. And this time try to shorten your right leg. Again, the leg is a reference, but it's not the length of the leg itself changing. It's something more central in you moving. How can you make your right leg shorter? How is the length of your two sides changing? Can you think of shortening your right leg by shortening your right side? So now you move your intention into the waist, into the center, rather than the periphery. Is it the same movement or does it change somehow? Alternate, shortening and lengthening the right leg. Feel what parts of you are involved, how much you engage your abdominal muscles, what happens in your back. Does it arch? Does it need to? Is your breathing free, soft, while you lengthen and shorten? Do your shoulders know that your leg is lengthening and shortening? Stop the movement, take a rest. Whenever you feel you want to stop sooner than what I suggest, do it. There's no set amount of repetitions or a certain amount of movements that will take you to feel, to understand anything. So follow your own pace and rhythm. Whenever you're ready, go back to your X. Your arms are up, above your head on the floor. And this time, try to lengthen your left arm. Feel how you do it. The pelvic girdle, so the area of the pelvis, is much more connected than the shoulder girdle. Feel how, when you want to lengthen your left arm, your whole self react. You only slide the shoulder a little bit away from your spine and then come back. Do you engage your rib cage, your chest? Is your sternum involved in the movement? Start shortening your left arm. And before you alternate between lengthening and shortening, try to shorten a few times only. Feel how the shoulder blade comes closer to the spine on the left side. And maybe from there, it pushes the spine a little bit to the right. And then alternate. Lengthen the left arm, shorten the left arm. Soft, comfortable, nothing to achieve. Does your right arm know that you're doing something with the left? Do your legs know? Stop. Take the arms down. If you want to change the position at times when you rest, do it. You can turn to the side or roll onto your belly. But if you stay on your back, maybe you can resume the initial sensation of how your pelvis lies on the floor, the difference between right and left, and how the two shoulders lie. Or maybe the length of your sides. Go back to the X. Take the arms up. You can also try a slightly different position, a slightly different orientation of your arms. A bit more open, a bit higher towards the head. Being conscious that you can change the position at any point if you realize it's not so nice. Try to lengthen both your right leg and your left arm together, as if you wanted to move the foot and the hand away from each other along the diagonal, or you can think of your right hip and left shoulder. You can think of someone very gently and nicely pulling you in these two opposite directions. Feel what kind of shape does your spine take? Where do you bend? Where do you lengthen? Where do you close? Where do you open? And while your intention of movement is in the left arm and left and right leg, what's the rest of you doing? What are the right arm and the left leg receiving of this movement? Stop. Stay there for a moment. And this time, try to lengthen your right leg while you shorten your left arm. Be kind, be gentle. Both limbs are going into the same direction. They're going downward towards the feet. You can think that your right foot through the right leg, the right hip, and the diagonal along your torso is pulling your left arm. And then try the opposite. Try to lengthen the left arm while you shorten the left leg. And start thinking, are you actually moving from the arm and the leg? Or is your center moving? Is it your spine generating the movement? Start alternating. You lengthen the leg down and let the arm be pulled, and then you lengthen the arm up and let the leg be pulled. And again, I continue referring to the leg, but it's actually just a representation of the movement. Feel how your weight shifts along the back part of you. Stop, let go. come out of your X. Feel your contact, how you are on the ground, any difference that might come up. Is there one side or one part of you where you feel you breathe more? Maybe one side of the belly coming bigger when the air comes in, or one side of your chest. Again, take your X shape and start lengthening and shortening your left leg. Feel how your pelvis can push it away from you downward and then pull it up. And start noticing what happens in the right side of your pelvis while the left is moving. While the left side of the pelvis goes up and down, is the right side of the pelvis going the opposite direction, or is it staying fixed in space? It's two different ways of making a similar action. Try both. Try to think of your right hip as the center of a compass. So that part stays fixed and the left side moves around it. And then try to move the right side of the pelvis the opposite direction of the left. So when the left side goes down, the right comes up. Feel how differently you need to engage your center, your abdominal muscles, your back muscles. And feel the effect of the two options in your legs. With the first option, the right leg stays more or less where it is. With the second option, the right leg comes up when the left is down and the other way around. Is there one way you like better? Stop, rest. Rest however you want. Maybe the X position is becoming so comfortable that you want to stay in it, or maybe you want to come out of the back lying position altogether. Whenever you're ready, go back with your arms above the head and start the same exploration with your right arm. Try to lengthen it, move it away from you. Feel how the arm pulls the shoulder, that moves away from the spine a little, and then it starts pulling on your chest through the sternum clavicular joint. Feel how one side of your chest opens and gets bigger, longer, and the other one closes. It's like an accordion. Is your breathing free? No need to lift the arm from the floor. You can slide it. Leave its weight on the ground and just make it longer and shorter. And if you feel what's happening in the rest of you and you wanted to exaggerate what is happening, what would you do? With anything, with the left arm or the right leg, the left leg. If you wanted to make the echo of this movement bigger in you, what would you do? Would you shorten something? Would you lengthen? Stop. Take a rest. And feel how you're treating yourself. How is this practice going, moving through you? How are you guiding it? Do you like the way you're moving, the way you're treating yourself? Would you be kinder if you were doing the lesson to someone else? Take the arms up and start lengthening both the leg and the arm. The left leg down, the right arm up. Become long over the diagonal and then let go. And try this. Try to actively lengthen up and down. And then instead of coming back, simply stop. Stop any contraction, any activation that you've done, and let yourself come back to the starting point. Like an elastic band. You pull it and then you let it go. You pull it gently. How is to come back passively? And then try the opposite. Actively shorten the right arm and the left leg as if you wanted to pull them towards each other, and then release the tension. And then stop for a second, stay in the X position, and start alternating, lengthening one diagonal, letting go, and lengthening the other diagonal and letting go. And feel what happens to the diagonal that you're not actively moving. When you lengthen the right leg and the left arm, what happens to the right arm and the left leg? Try to accelerate the movement a little. Don't be in a hurry. Simply make it a little bit faster. It doesn't mean bigger, it doesn't mean less comfortable. Simply increase the pace a tiny bit. You lengthen and let go, and lengthen the other and let go. Feel how soft, how much movement you're asking throughout your center. And then, when it's enough, let it go. Maybe roll to your side for a moment. Break the contact between your back and the floor. Let your insides take a new position. Gravity affects every part of us. Anytime we are standing on the side, on the back, on the belly, everything that is inside us shifts. Can you feel the weight of your organs moving slowly, gently towards the side you chose to lie on? And which side do you breathe more? The side that you're lying on or the side that is towards the ceiling? When you're ready, roll back onto your back. Regain the full contact with the floor. Feel your pelvis, your shoulders, your chest. Feel the length of the two sides. And start alternating the lengthening and shortening of the legs. So while you lengthen your right leg, you shorten the left. Luckily, I have good students. You all went back to the X shape, even if I didn't say so. So start. You lengthen one and you shorten the other. And probably you're feeling more and more how your legs are not actually doing anything. That's why this lesson was good for everyone. We keep on talking about the legs, but it doesn't really matter what they actually do in terms of bones, muscles, tissues. Feel how your pelvis is moving up on one side, down on the other. How much softness can you find around your waist and in your rib cage? How is your sternum reacting to the movement of your pelvis? Stop the legs and start doing the same with the arms. While you lengthen one arm, you shorten the other. If you like it, if it helps, you can think of someone gently pulling on the arm. It's easier to feel the accordion of your ribs now that it's the arms moving. And what's your head doing? Do you somehow keep it fixed in one position? Does it get tilt with the arms? Does it roll? There's no right or wrong. You can try options. You can just give for granted that the one you chose is the best for you. Stop the arms. Stay with the X, unless your shoulders are asking you differently. And start lengthening the right leg and the right arm. Don't alternate from left to right. Simply lengthen the right arm and the right leg. One goes down and the other one goes up. Feel. How's the movement of your extremities moving your center? What's happening along your left side? Can you think of continuing the same movement, but creating it from the left side getting shorter? And does it change whether you think of lengthening or shortening? Stop the right side and try with the left. Lengthen the left arm up and the left leg down. What's happening along the right side? What's happening to the right arm and right leg? Start alternating. Lengthen one side, let it go, lengthen the other. If you feel that the lower back is arching, try to do less. It's not a movement that happens on that plane. Everything is moving on the plane of the floor. Something gets short and something gets long. What's your ball doing? Can you still feel the ball inside your abdominal cavity? How it's rolling, turning to one side and the other. Stop, let go. Come out of the X. Simply feel how you lie. What's different in the way you are on the floor, in the way you breathe, maybe in the quality of your thoughts, of your sensations? In your own time and your own way, roll to one side and slowly come to stand. Don't worry about being in front of the camera. Don't adjust anything. Don't fix your hair. Don't adjust your trousers or jackets. Simply stand and feel how you do it, how you are, whether you are on your feet or on your pelvis. How's the ground supporting you now? Now that the only contact you make with the floor is small. Can you still feel the length of your right side, your left side? Can you still feel whether one side of the pelvis is more backwards or one shoulder more forwards? Take the shape of your X in standing. Take your arms up in a comfortable position, palms facing forward, and start lengthening one arm, the other, alternate. You can think that you want to grab something, reach for something, not too far from your hand. Notice whether you look at the hand you're reaching with, or you keep on looking forward in front. And feel what happens on your feet, along your legs, in your pelvis. Is there one foot becoming lighter and one foot pressing more? Stop, take the arms down and take a few steps. Feel how you walk. After all this side bending, lengthening, shortening, feel the connection that goes through the leg to the shoulder. Can you find some diagonals in walking? Stop wherever you are. Take one arm up, whichever, it doesn't matter. And lengthening and come back. And lengthen it again and come back. Which foot do you put more weight on? The foot on the side of the arm that is lengthening or the opposite? Try both. If you have your right arm up, try to lengthen it while you put more weight onto the right side, and try to lengthen it while you put more weight onto the left side. Feel the two options. And then switch arms and do the same exploration. First, feel how you do it without thinking of what's right, what's wrong. Feel where your weight goes naturally, and then guide it a little bit more towards where it's already going, and then to the opposite direction. Feel the shape of your spine while you try both options. Take the arm down. Rest for a moment. And now take both arms up and start walking. Don't do anything intentional with your arms. Just walk. And feel what are your arms doing in the air. And if you wanted to exaggerate a little bit what they are already doing, or if you wanted to use the walking to lengthen one arm and then the other. When you step with the right foot, which arm gets longer? And with the left foot, do you lengthen along the diagonal or along the same side? You can try both. And then when it's enough, simply let it go. Walk. Enjoy the freedom of your shoulders on your rib cage, the movement along your spine, twisting, side bending. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for